Alright guys, it's my Glassclear here, bringing you another Monotype Showdown live. It's something I haven't done in a while because I haven't been uploading recently. If you haven't seen my explanation in the last video, I'll say it again. It's the last week of summer. Just wanted to have fun, not have to worry about uploading and keeping up with everything. I already did the IBA for this week, so I'm pretty much clean. Don't have much to worry about. Just gonna enjoy the last thing until I get back. But yeah, let's go over this team real quick. We have Mega Venusaur, Leech Seed, Sludge Bomb, HP Fire Synthesis. Not my favorite set. I really like Grass Stab on it over Leech Seed, so you know what? I'm gonna change this to Giga Drain. Honestly, I don't like running Leech Seed on my Venusaur. Maybe just call it a pet peeve, but I really don't like using Leech Seed on Venusaur. Just standard set, max defense, a little speed to outspeed other Venusaurs. And other base 80 speed mons that don't run any speed investment. Got Spikes, Leech Seed, Gyro Ball, Protect on Ferrothorn. No rocks on this because I believe rocks are on Cradilly. Ferrothorn's my prime poison switch in, as well as Venusaur can take hits as well from the poison side of things. Ferrothorn is also just good for that in general because it is immune to poison. Good set of spikes to really annoy teams. Cradilly's here for Stealth Rocks, Rock Slide, Toxic Recover, just there to be a bulky special mon. Can also take water hits to raise the special attack, which doesn't matter, but at least we're immune to water. Scarf to Bulu is actually something that's really interesting, but I don't mind because Bulu hits really strong with both Horn Leech and Woodhammer, and being Scarf wouldn't be too bad for it. Focus Sash, Spore, Breloom, definitely one of my favorite mons, just because Mach Punch does a ton of damage. Rock Tomb is affected by Technician. I kind of like SD if we're running Focus Sash, but maybe with all these extra covers we'll be able to beat certain flying teams. And then we have Nasty Plot Celebi, which is a mon I have never ever used. I don't like Celebi because it's 4 times weak to U-turn, so it's definitely going to be interesting to try to get to use it. Also, Cradilly is our flying switch-in, since this is 4 times weak to flying, this is 4 times weak to poison, this is 4 times weak to bug. So, alright, so, gonna find a battle now. I realized I was on a wrong account, so we were at, like, bottom of the barrel on the ladder, so those matches were kind of just really bad. So, now that we have a real match against someone that, I guess not really high on the ladder, but it is in bottom of the barrel. We are actually 12-20. If you guys don't know, Magearna was banned from the recent suspect test. I was not able to vote in it because playing, getting under that certain amount of matches and trying to beat types that beat you all the time is really rough. So Bulu without having a Fairy Stab definitely is really bad this game. We have to keep this thing alive to pressure this. Although we don't have any HP, we don't have HP Ice. Or any Ice Stab, to be honest. We need Breloom alive to beat this, and to Rock Tomb these two. So I want to lead Cradilly just to get rocks up. Definitely pressures a lot of his team. Although we are just kind of losing to this thing. So we're going to go hard into Ferrothorn no matter what he wants to do. Iron Head. Don't know why I didn't pick Ice Beam, but I guess that's completely okay. We're going to Leech Seed whatever wants to come in. And I feel like the safe play would go out into nothing. We're just going to Protect. Get some recovery. See what he wants to do. So he is packing a Flamethrower, which Venusaur can kind of take right now. I know he's not Mega. Or he doesn't take one because he's not Mega. Alright, hopefully he does take it now that he is Mega. Or we can easily Synthesis in front of this thing. That's completely fine by me. Why do I feel like Mega Mens is legal? I definitely feel like this thing's legal. Oh no, wow, it's not. Okay. So that should let me Sludge Bomb here. So he's gonna Dragon Claw, which doesn't do anything because we're bold.
And we get the poison, which is all we needed to wear him away. We can recover up here as he hits a crit. Doesn't matter to me. We could go out into this, but he could be packing Flare Blitz, or not Flare Blitz, Fire Blast, that's what it's called. Because Salamence does get a lot of special coverage. Instead of completely stalling him out, we'll just click the Sludge Bomb here and knock him out. Definitely looking good as we got Salamence down. Dragonite comes out as we're going to Sludge Bomb you two. If you want to be flaunting MZ, that's completely okay with me. We do get the Poison off, but you are Lum, so that shows that he's not a Z move. So we'll go for the Poison again as we hit a crit, which means next Sludge Bomb KOs. I don't think well, +3 Outrage KOs, but does that mean he has anything for Bulu? Bulu is a Fairy type and should be able to knock you out with the Stone Edge. Yep, Outrage does no damage. We missed the Stone Edge. Great. Why did you not get confused? Huh? And did I miss something? Oh, because he's a Fairy type, duh. So okay. So because we missed that Stone Edge, we definitely just lost that whole 1v1. We're gonna put this thing to sleep and click Rock Tomb. It's 100% going to miss. If anything else wants to come in to take it. Okay, so Dragonite goes down. I definitely see him going Dragalge here, which means we have to go into Ferrothorn. Okay, so he's actually gonna go onto this. So I believe it is Sap Sipper. And just because of the way he brought it in here, we are gonna go out to this because we need to keep it alive for Kieran B. Obviously to get the Mach Punch off. Now that he shows Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure he's not Sap Sipper. Just because. Alright, so he has Flamethrower too. Oh, or he is Sap Sipper. You know, why would you run special Sap Sipper? But I mean, it works, so I'm not going to complain. I don't think we can beat this, to be honest. Ferrothorn goes down. Celebi is probably our only answer, but Psychic's going to do nothing. It's going to do, I want to say, at least 30 to 40 if he's Assault Vest. Yeah, 17. And we died to whatever Flame or Sludge Bomb. So he has coverage to beat every single form of Grass type. Sludge Bomb. Great Lily comes out. I can only think of either the Toxic in it or getting up Stealth Rocks to chip this away. I mean, he has coverage to beat every single Grass type in the game. Ice Beam for this. Okay, so we're gonna get Rocks up. We'll Toxic him here and then go for Recover. We should be able to win with Breloom in the late game if we can weaken down Kieran B. I'm not sure how much it has to be weakened to die to Mach Punch, but I assume it has to get weakened a lot. Actually going to go ahead and calc that right now. We are going to be able to recover up here and stay a little bit alive a little bit longer against the Scoodra. I guess just click Rock Slide if anything else wants to come out. No, he's going to click the neutral move. Hopefully he stays alive here so we can get a recover, but he doesn't. I definitely see him going Como. That's just easily the best play. We're going to Toxic here and hope to wear him away. We definitely lose to Dragalge in the late game anyway because we don't have Celebi still alive. Should have went this thing first on Goodra, but I didn't think it would be able to 1v1 Goodra. But that's that. Definitely had a hard time at something that resisted all grass. So we're up against the Fairy team, which might not be too bad, considering we have a Steel type and everything, and who does have Steel type Stab. We can get up Rocks early to threaten Mimikyu and Gardevoir, I guess, just if they run a potential Focus Sash. I am predicting a Taunt here. So we're gonna, okay, so he just wants to set up the Tailwind as we mix the Rock Slide, which not too surprised about, but it happened. He does have the Misty Terrain, which is something we need to be worried about. Nothing should be able to KO us on his team at this percent. I don't think a Guard of Wire can. I definitely don't think a Guard of Wire can. Yeah, I didn't think it could. We missed another Toxic, which is just honestly great. We can go off his missing a Focus Blast, but he doesn't have to even click it. That's always good. You can go into Bulu and click Scarfed Woodhammer just to get rid of this thing. Unless it somehow lives. We should definitely be able to KO here. I don't want to click Horn Leech because I don't think that KOs. We missed every move against this thing. So Cradilly's not putting in the work that it should. Woodhammer does knock out like we expected. His switch is obviously into Whimsicott here to U-turn out and everything. So we're going to go to Ferrothorn to take the U-turn. If he wants to go Primarina, he can spam Ice Beam on my entire team. And I don't really have a safe switch it in because Venusaur is not Mega yet. Although Ferrothorn would be kind of okay. So he actually ends up going Primarina, so we can go Ferrothorn if he wants to spam HP Fire. And that's exactly what he is going to do. So that's Specs HP Fire. So we are going to go out into Venusaur and click Sludge Bomb. Nothing wants to switch into a Sludge Bomb at all. Doesn't have a Sludge Bomb resist. So we are going to Mega here and resist the HP Fire. Well, make it neutral at least. And that doesn't KO. We don't get the poison either. So we're going to have to recover up here. Because the next HP Fire will put us in range of any move from anybody in the back. Comfey might win in the late game too because of its wonderful triage ability. Can easily sip Breloom away. This is easily our win con. If he's not running speed, I believe we do outspeed him. So if he defogs, that's completely okay with me. Giga Drain does do a good bit of damage. Although Sludge Bomb should KO from here. You're gonna Nature's Madness, which we could have recovered up on. Sludge Bomb does KO. So now we're at a solid 50%. Even a crit HP Fire cannot KO us from here. Ice Beam does not KO us either. Or you're running Psychic. That definitely sucks. So now we know this thing resists to it. We could Nasty Plot up. We don't have any Giga Drains, but we could Nasty Plot up. I don't think a Psychic on a Celebi KOs. Even if you are Specs, I don't think it KOs. You don't outspeed me in any means necessary. I don't think you outspeed the Breloom either. Except you do if you're timid. We're gonna Nasty Plot up here, go for the HP Fire, as he is gonna Encore me, which extremely sucks, and U-turn will probably KO me, to be honest. We'll Nasty Plot up, get to +6, as he goes for the U-turn, doesn't KO, which only does about 40. You can go Mimikyu now, and set up, which is what he's gonna do. He just goes for the Leech Life, alright, we have to go Bulu here and click Horn Leech on the disguise. If he has Leech Life, he probably has Poison Jab, to be honest. He goes Busted. I don't think a +2 Shadow Claw KOs, and if he does go for the Shadow Claw, we're faster, and we should knock it out with Horn Leech. Horn Leech. So yeah, he did go for the Shadow Claw instead. He goes for Play Rough, which does 75, and I believe into Shadow Sneak does KO. Honestly, Comfey just wins in the late game. Yep. So we definitely haven't been doing so great. We're gonna click Bullet Seed, Grassy Terrain boosted, as we go find another game. Play Rough puts us down to our Sash, and we lose to Whimsicott. It's definitely very frustrating. I don't like the fact that we lose to Primarina on Breloom because we are adamant. But we'll try to find another game. Against Ice. So Tapu Bulu probably wins with Superpower if we can get it to work. Of course, I don't have to. I mean, it's probably not sacking it. Mach Punch with Breloom could kind of win too. I do expect this thing to be the lead, so we're going to lead Ferrothorn and click Gyro Ball. Or this thing leads but does not get. Yep, goodbye. You don't get Aurora Veil at all. There's no way that Sand KOs me from here. Weavile. Or you can go out to this thing and die to a Gyro Ball. That works too. You hang on to your Focus Sash. I don't care about that, because we are going to set up spikes here, predicting you to go for the Destiny Bond. And that breaks any potential sash on, like, Abomasnow or something. Now that he goes to attack, I don't care about a Thunder Wave. That just makes me do more damage with Gyro Ball, I believe. So I believe Leech Seed doesn't count as a KO from. Obviously, he gets up all layers of spikes now, but we can win with Mach Punch in the late game. Leech Seed does not count for the KO with Destiny Bond, so that was our safest play. Ninetales Alolan, you get Gyro Ball to another planet. You go for the HP Fire, which doesn't even do a KO me. Gyro Ball takes you out. And Ferrothorn is really putting in work against this team. This thing loses to. This gets Mach Punch if he KOs me with the low kick. I want to make the play out into Bulu, because if he goes for the low kick, obviously since I've stayed on every attack, he'll go for low kick here, and we can take that and fire off a superpower, which should KO Weavile in every situation. If you want to Ice Shard me, but obviously you would go for Icicle Crash, assuming I'm not Scarfed. But he sets up the. Oh wow, okay. With the crit we do take it down. I was thinking we were about to get a beast boost, but we don't because we're not a Ultra Beast. He should outspeed us now with Sand Slash, although it does not take a Mach Punch at all. We don't have any hazard removal, so we are gonna sack this, I guess. I didn't mean to, but I wasn't really thinking. We can go out into Venusaur, which should be able to take a hit. We can Mega Evolve and click Synthesis. Icicle Crash does not KO. We get the Synthesis off in the Hail, which, ooh, that doesn't heal a lot. So we're gonna fire the HP Fire instead. I completely forgot about that happens. Great, thank you. Good job. Oh, and Abomasnow didn't have the heal booster. I guess it's banned as well. So you can fire off your Ice Punch over Icicle Crash for whatever reason you want to do that for. Give me one reason why I don't just lose this right now. Crap. We're gonna go Ferrothorn and hope a low kick does not KO. As he just Ice Punches instead. It gets the Iron Barb damage. I'm gonna calc this real quick. I know you guys can't see calcs. The one video you guys did do, because I did not change my OBS to only record Showdown, I was recording my layout entirely. So I completely forgot. I also completely forgot I was recording, to be honest. I was just kind of going through the motions. I'm gonna calc Breloom, Technician Attacker, Adamant against a Weavile. Mach Punch, yeah, Mach Punch actually KO'd 7 times over, but if he has Ice Shard, which he hasn't shown yet, Ice Shard does knock us out from 69. So we're gonna fire the Mach Punch. If he has Ice Shard, he wins. So yeah, that's what we're gonna wait for. If he has Ice Shard, he wins. If not, we do pick up this W. That's so scary though, because I swear he has Ice Shard in the back. He has to have Ice Shard. Low kick, Ice Punch, Pursuit knockoff, or Ice Shard knockoff. Or no, okay, so he doesn't have Ice Shard. That is a good game. So we ended up winning against Ice, which is kind of surprising considering we don't beat Ice at all. But that Ferrothorn with Gyro Ball just did a ton of damage to almost everything on his team. Nothing like playing the Fire type, right? Well, his Spinner's Torkoal, which will always lead if it sets up the Sun, which is not surprisingly enough. We're gonna set up the Stealth Rocks here. He could Toxic me, he could Flamethrower. He desires to get up his rocks as well. We're gonna put you on a timer as you do the same to me. I can't Rapid Spin, but you can. I don't have any hazard removals outside of you defogging with Charizard. Rocks are definitely a necessary thing to have up. He's gonna Lava Plume, only does about 14 because we are max special defense. Missing that Rock Slide definitely sucks because it does about 30% depending on his spread, or just 23 if this one's max defense. We do get an unfortunate flinch on him, which could have prevented him from doing about 14% for me, or Rapid Spinning. He is gonna Rapid Spin now as we recovered up to full, and we should be able to set up rocks one more time as he goes for Rapid Spin and dies with not having rocks on my side of the field. We could set up rocks later in front of Volcarona, I guess. Not really though. I don't think we can set rocks up in front of anything. Heatran, I believe we can get rocks up in front of. That does not KO me at all, so we can get rocks up now. He has no hazard removal outside of defog on Charizard. I don't like having a... Okay, I definitely need to do something about the Breloom set. We have no hazard removal, but have a Focus Sash user. Like, that just kind of seems pointless to me. I kind of just want to make a Banded and then have, like, Drain Punch or something. Banded Breloom. Banded, Mach Punch, Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, and... what's something under 60 base power? Come on, find a fighting move that's under 60 base power. Force Palm, let's do it. I kind of like that. Alright, so what we're gonna do is go out into... No, we can't touch it with our Venusaur. We should have Earthquake probably to beat Heatran, or just any Pokemon weak to ground for that matter. We're gonna go out into Mach Punch this thing, because then we can kill with Earth Power on the Celebi. We also weaken this thing down with rocks. Weaken this down with rocks. Honestly, weaken his whole team. So glad we won the 1v1 with Torkoal and got to get up rocks in front of this thing. He should have clicked Flash Cannon or a fire move. Earth Power was never the play because that never knocked me out. Mach Punch does about 26, which is pretty solid. He misses a Magma Storm, which is super unfortunate, which is probably why he went for the Earth Power. He could have subbed up, to be honest. We didn't have anything to hit him since he was Air Balloon. And now we still have our Breloom in full effect, which we can bring in on Charizard, or not Charizard. Bring it in on Ferdinand later. I don't have a good switch into Charizard at all. The only thing that I have that beats it is Stone Edge on Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu. Let's assume we're Swords Dance against a Charizard. Let's assume it's Drought Y. Superpower does like no damage. Horn Leech does 20 to 24. Woodhammer does 32 to 39. So in order to make Woodhammer kill, we should probably go for the Mach Punch here. Mach Punch does 23. He does have Air Slash, which means that we can't switch in Celebi. I want to say, yeah, because Superpower does 29 to 34, and he is definitely beyond that HP. So Horn Leech does how much though? Horn Leech does 20 to 24, which isn't enough. I'm scared he has some sort of HP investment. This is assuming we're adamant. Are we adamant? We're timid. Okay, we're Jolly. Jeez. I don't think Jolly KOs from here. Jolly Woodhammer does 30 at most, so we have to go for the Jolly Woodhammer. Does KO. Victini could come out here. He knows we're Scarf, so that means we could kind of beat Volcarona. Volcarona does take... should take a good bit from this Woodhammer at least. Woodhammer does about 30 to 39. Infernape's a huge threat to our team, to be honest. We're gonna go out and give him Iron Barb's damage if he wants to Flare Blitz. as he does. Iron Barb's damage plus all that recoil puts him down to 39. We'll check Infernate. Hornleech should do about 41 to 49, which he is in range of. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Although Stone Edge would probably be the better idea because we can just sweep with Stone Edge. Let's check Stone Edge. I'm just scared that we're missing the Stone Edge, because if we miss the Stone Edge, then we're in a world of hurt. Stone Edge, though, against this would do 49 to 58. Victini does not die to it, so there's no... Well, it dies to it after rocks, of course. So we're gonna go for the Hornleech. We do get the roll. Victini can go for V-Curate on, like, Venusaur, lower its speed, Just go out into Volcarona, which means that we need a way for Hornleech to KO. Hornleech never KOs Volcarona. Hornleech does only about 24, so I can never even see a KO with that. We're gonna go into Venusaur to sack it. So he goes for Savage Spin Out. Yeah, that definitely takes us out. I could go out and risk the speed tie with Celebi, but I think the only play is to go for Stone Edge here, to be honest. Stone Edge does about 100% KOs every chance, and I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. But Stone Edge definitely knocks out here, and it does. Victini has a small chance of dying to it after rocks damage. He does go to 76, which I don't think we can KO at any time of the day. But if he does V-Curate, then Celebi is faster. We do get the low roll, and he V-Curates, which lowers his speed stat, and we should win with Celebi in the back. So Scarf Bulu putting in work, and we actually beat something that we're not super effective against for once. We do get that, and that's a good game. So we surprisingly beat a fire team. Getting rocks up was definitely crucial against the opposing Torkoal. This is a steel team. I believe it. No, it's not this team, but it is a team sort of like that. Now that Magearna's banned, of course, steel and fairy teams are gonna have a really hard time trying to find a good member on their team, just because Magearna has just incredible stats: 80, 115, 115 in bulk, Trick Room, Shift Gear, all kind of stuff. Definitely a reason leading to its ban. We're gonna try to get up rocks early though, although rocks aren't really necessary. It still gives good chip on the rest of his team. Breaks any focus sashes for Breloom. Since we are Scarf Breloom, well, Banded Breloom now, with Force Palm, which I kind of like, just because it's something different. We're going to be able to recover. We figured out that he is not Scarfed Heatran or Specs Heatran by any means. Which definitely was looking like Scarf damage. It goes for Flash Cannon again as we go for Rock Slide. That does no damage, so he's probably max HP, but I don't want to like assume he's max HP and that he's really not. I don't have a good switch into Heatran at all. If he gets for Flash, okay, so he's actually gonna switch out into Magnezone, which this doesn't beat because we are not running Earthquake. We can still Mega Evolve and click Synthesis, just because. If we didn't click Synthesis there, as he goes hard Scissor, not knowing we have HP Fire, and that's a gone player. Alright, well, we ended up somehow beating Steel. I mean, we probably won with Banded Mach Punch in the back. This is Dark, which we can easily lead Breloom on. Ice Shard never knocks us out from full. Ice Shard definitely does not knock out from here. As we go for the Mach Punch, goes down to a Sash, and Icicle Grass should KO. That's unfortunate, but we can set up Stealth Rocks with this. Icicle Crash should do a good chunk, I guess. Or hit a crit and completely knock us out. That works too. So we're gonna set up spikes here. Yeah, he dies to break, and we get a spike up. This thing comes in. Shoot. Alright, well, I think we just lose this, to be honest now. We could have went Tapu Bulu since we're scarfed, but we need that thing in the back. He does miss a Fire Blast, which is kind of good for us. We don't get a poison, which means we need to hope that he misses again, or this doesn't KO. That works too. So we need the banded superpower to put in some work. We can go for... he goes over the knockoff there. Horn Leech definitely knocks out from here. I just refuse to believe that Crocodile can... Yeah. Even if we're -1, Horn Leech still knocks out. He's Scarfed though, which ruins any attempt for us to win the game. Unless... Well, we do outspeed Tyranitar naturally, we do outspeed this naturally. Against a Muck. Assault Vest. Woodhammer does 49 to 53. What does Superpower do then? Superpower does less than Woodhammer, surprisingly enough. So we're gonna go on to Celebi. So he goes for Poison Jab. We actually live it, which means we can go for the Earth Power here. Or he Shadow Sneaks. That's probably game now. We go for Woodhammer. And we lost this one really fast. That Banded Weavile, well not Banded Weavile, Sash Weavile really ripped through our team. We're back to this guy again. And his team. We haven't seen much of his team, but we know that he leads he's gonna lead Magnus in this time, which we don't outspeed by 1 point, which really sucks. We're gonna go for Force Palm, assume that he isn't. He is 30. And he goes for Thunderbolt on us and gets to paralyze, but he forfeits. Alright. I do realize that we're almost at like 30 minutes. I was just kind of running through these games. This will be our last one, as it is against Dark, which Braidloom has a field day with, as long as we get Stealth Rocks up. If that's Mega Sableye, we might have a hard time getting Stealth Rocks up. We don't have any Fairy Stab on the team. So you know, we're just going to leave Tapu Bulu and click Superpower on anything, or we can Woodhammer the heck out of this Hydreigon. Well, not Woodhammer the Hydreigon, but Woodhammer the Sableye if he did lead it. Tapu Bulu against the Hydreigon. Superpower does knock out here. And he's Scarfed. But Superpower does knock out. And we can always save this to come in on Bisharp later. I don't think, I'm pretty sure that's Battle Bond Greninja. I don't think, yeah, because he brings it out now. He's going for the Water Shuriken, which we can go hard into Cradily on. So he predicts it with the Ice Beam because somehow he is Protean. Good thing is we can get up rocks now. He does miss the Gunk Shot, which would have probably done more, although I don't think it is super effective. We're going to recover as he goes with another Ice Beam. Does about 50%. We're going to recover up here and get our leftovers plus Grassy Terrain. Rock Slide should do a good chunk because he is Ice type. And Rock beats Ice. He is going to U-turn out into something that doesn't probably want to take this Rock Slide. Umbreon is the receiver of it, which actually takes it fairly well. We're going to put this thing on a timer. Although it does synchronize it to us as well, I don't really care too much. Because he ended up toxicing me anyway, so... I definitely feel like Braylon wins in the late game just by spamming Mach Punch. We don't have Scrappy or anything, so there's nothing we can do about it. That Wish passes it to absolutely no one on his team. We are going to go out to Venusaur to become Mega, so we can take hits better from... I guess, like, Greninja, that's who it's supposed to be. Great Ninja will do less damage with his Ice Beam on us, and we'll end up having to run Psychic, if he is running Psychic at all. This thing, I don't think beats Venusaur at all. We are going to Mega Evolve and click HP Fire. I refuse to believe, since we are almost max defense and bold, and that little bit of speed investment is actually letting us outspeed the Bisharp, which actually works in our favor because we can 3-hit KO with as he sets up Stealth Rocks. Pretty interesting now that we can go for another HP Fire and knock out the Bisharp, which was a kind of a huge threat to our team, being able to Pursuit Trap Celebi if it does get pursued. I'm pretty sure it gets pursued. I'm gonna be mad if it actually doesn't. Bisharp. It most definitely gets pursued. Okay, good. I'm not losing my mind. You're gonna go. Oh wow, he's actually slower than me. He's gonna recover as well. If we get a poison on him with Sludge Bomb, that'd be great. Great. He's actually Calm Mind Sableye, which I believe loses to. What does it lose to be honest? Horn Leech. You can Calm Mind all you want though, because you can't KO me. I don't think. You can recover here. You can honestly just stall me out of everything. Once I get my free switch into Tapu Bulu on Sableye. I didn't know they still ran Calm Mind Sableye. Wood Hammer does about 72 to 86, so I'm not worried at all. Horn Leech does about 50%, so honestly, you can't beat me with this, because Poison will always put you in range of Wood Hammer no matter what. So you can click Shadow Ball, which only does 50% to me at +3. I can easily synthesis that off. I'm not worried about you at all. I'm honestly not worried. I mean, you can PP stall me, you can honestly do whatever, but see, gets poisoned, he's in range of Wood Hammer now. He does go for the Will-O-Wisp, which I don't care about at all. You're not Prankster, so you can't Will-O-Wisp my Bulu before he clicks a move on you. I'm actually going to go out into Cradily, just so we can save PP on our Venusaur. Go for a Rock Slide flinches, I guess. But that still does a lot of damage. And we do get the flinch, which should let us beat the Sableye. So we ended up beating Sableye with Cradily. So that's great. And we hit crit as well. So we get a flinch and then a crit. Tyranitar definitely goes down to a Mach Punch. Umbreon goes down to a Force Palm. And Great Ninja goes down to whatever move we really want to go for. U-turn does not knock me out here. Gunk Shot probably does, but then that lets us go into Celebi. Not really, because then he can U-turn, but we can go into Ferrothorn after. Ice Beam does not knock me out from here. U-turn does about 30%, and then we get a Rock Slide off on anybody else. We could recover, but I want to get the Rock Slide off just in case he wants to go for Ice Beam. Gunk Shot misses again, which was his only chance to knock me out. He should realize now that we are in range of an Ice Beam, and just go for that, which is a safer play, which is what he exactly does. This does let us go out into our banded Breloom and click Mach Punch on every single thing. Mach Punch does a good bit too. Well, actually should knock him out. He's actually leftovers Great Ninja, which is something I've never ever seen before. But since he's Ice type, is super effective. Umbreon can come out. Okay, he's just gonna forfeit. So that is about gonna wrap us up from here. I didn't mean for it to be so long, but I didn't even realize I was playing that long. So we have been able to test out this grass team fairly well. And I believe this means that we can now go up the volcano and try out the fire trial. Hopefully next week sometime. I'm definitely going to be getting back to uploading on a regular basis. Just been needed a week to chill for a bit. Wasn't really a tire week, just like 3 days. But anyways, that is all for me. I am the Mighty Glasgow, and I will catch you guys later.